Alrighty, y'all. We are live for Ottawa at Toronto. Game 5 between the Senators and the Maple Leafs after a rather exciting Game 4 where Ottawa ends up fighting off the sweep. So if nothing else, they got a little something out of it. But as we sit here getting ready for puck drop, let's start talking about expectations. So, Game 1, 6-2 Toronto in Toronto. Game 2, 3-2 Toronto in overtime. Game 3 was 3-2 Toronto in overtime. And Game 4 was 4-3 Ottawa in overtime. Now, being back in Toronto, losing in overtime to complete the sweep, I think Toronto's going to be lit on fire. Now, as I say that, I think back to Colorado and Dallas. And not only was I wrong, I was wrong. I need to reserve. I should have clipped actually Cat Williams doing that, because that actually deserves like a cutaway clip. I was so wrong. Now, to be fair, I said Colorado, like the smart money is Dallas winning in overtime. That was wrong. Dallas just whooped ass, man. Ottinger looked good. Wedgwood did not, or Blackwood did not, and then Wedgwood went in. I will say the most irritating thing, besides Bishop, everything's fine. Dallas won. It's all good. Colorado couldn't get it together. But Bishop for Dallas, he got away with probably 60 cross checks. And I'm lowballing. Like, if he was on the ice and he got in front of either net, guys were face planting to the ice. And then at the end, he cross-checked, I forgot who it was, but he cross-checked dude like 7 times. And then when the Avalanche finally reacted to it, that's when the ref blew the whistle. It was like, what the hell was that? And then the absolutely embarrassing moment. Every time something happens, like what happened, it needs to be called out. Ben, the captain of the Dallas Stars, skating into a stick and flopping to the ice. I at the very least thought an embellishment was going to go with it, because obviously someone saw it. But Manson's just standing in front of that, kind of slowly working forward. Should he have had his stick where it was? No. But he has his stick up in the air. Ben skates into it and dives to the ice. Again, like he just got whacked in the back of the head with a baseball bat. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. Like, I would, they're selling a call, and then there's that. There's leniency with trying to sell a call. I'll still call it out, but fair enough. That was bad, dude. But anyway, let's get back to the game at hand. Sorry. That rubbed me the wrong way. Senators at Maple Leafs. Damn. All right. Give me a sec there. I had a thought in mind, and it just went running away. I'm expecting, again, smart money is overtime again. Three out of 4 games end up in overtime. Overtime's the safe bet. However, Toronto coming home after losing in overtime in this, like I said, for the sweep. I'm expecting more of a 6-2 performance like Game 1. So I'm going to call it 5-2 Toronto. I think Ottawa's going to fight like hell. Toronto needs to stay out of the box. Let's see how both sides are doing on the power play real quick. Senators are at 27.3%. Toronto's at 38.5%. So both sides definitely need to stay out of the box. Is that going to happen? Probably not. Like, I feel like this is going to be the most emotionally driven game for these guys. As crazy as the last game was, you're not home now. You're in Toronto. So, I don't know. I think Toronto's going to come away with it. Better face-off percentage, better goals for, better goals against. So, like I said, I'm expecting the 6-2 kind of performance out of Toronto, going up against a tougher team. So I'll even add a goal to Senators. Let's make it 5-3. Originally said 5-2. I'll make it 5-3. Getting down to the Devils and the Hurricanes, where that's game 5 as well, starting at 4:30. Devils coming out of it somehow. Hang on, where's my summary? There it is. So you got 4-1 Carolina, 3-1 Carolina, 3-2 New Jersey, and then 5-2 Carolina. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put my money on Carolina. They won handedly at home twice, barely lost in a double overtime, and then whooped New Jersey's ass. So safe money, New Jersey. Call it. I think the Devils will figure a little bit out, but they have a hard time scoring more. They had a hard time scoring 3. I'll give them 2 goals. I'll give it 5-2 again. Kind of a repeat of the last game. Now, let's go to Vegas and Minnesota. I'm going to guess 5-3. I think Minnesota's going to score, but I think the lines are going to be mixed up enough. But I think the guys hopefully are getting mad at themselves enough to where they're finally going to start trying to force pucks to the net rather than looking for the pass. And I would really like to see that. And then Oilers and Kings is going to be a 3-goal lead for LA until 4 minutes into the third period. And then Edmonton's going to win 6-3, 6-4. No comment on why I would ever think that. All right. Go through the anthem. Shout out Canada. Oh, anthem. It says, I have LA throwing everything they have in the first 10 minutes. I think Edmonton will dominate 4-1. I think they'll do exactly what they've done. I think LA is going to score 3 goals, and then they're going to completely collapse and lose maybe 6-4 if LA gives it a little extra. But yeah, LA doesn't have the gas in the tank to make it through 60 minutes of hockey. They've essentially proven that. I mean, even like game 2, they were able to get away with it, but game 1, that was about like half a miracle that the Kings came away with it. Mm. All right, Toronto dumping it deep to start us off. It's a very sad day here, Denver. Yeah, Mel. That broke my heart as well, trust me. Shot on. Omar kicks it away. LA is only playing 9 forwards, 4 defense. That doesn't make sense to me at all. If that's what you're saying, then I gotta believe you. But that doesn't sound. Why would you ever? That doesn't make any sense to me. Puck down in the Toronto zone. Yep. McCabe gets it across the red line, tops it back softly. They are going to call icing on it. I kind of wondered because McCabe didn't quite make the line. Line and 3 pairing defense barely touched the ice. Oh, fair enough. Okay, I see. I do see what you mean. I thought I get that 100%. The way I interpreted it was they're only going to have 13 skaters tonight. And I'm like, what the hell do you mean? That I understand. And 100% you're right. I mean, just by watching, you see Doughty over and over. You see Moore and Kempe and Fiala. Like, you see the same group of guys over and over and over. Mario into the Toronto zone, loses it on the low wall. Toronto sending it back, and Ottawa's going to chase it down. Why does this app keep crashing? Is that Zub? Oh, no, it's 3. Okay. Ottawa, Mario kicking it up. Ottawa dumps it deep. One man chasing while the rest go for a change. Oh, turnover down low. Stolarz gives the puck away. Not bad. They're still tangled up in the corner, but big pass all the way up and swing and miss on a shot by Domi. That was Mountain Paulo. Great defensive play right there as he kind of messed up. He kind of let him. Oh, did that just go in? I thought that first one went in. Batherson up tight with Stolarz. Yeah, that was just Menton Polo doing. Oh, that puck hits inside, comes inside the leg of Stolarz. Stolarz whiffs it with the glove, and Riley coming through and being the early game hero. Fights off Batherson and puts the puck in. I mean, phew. Hell of a job by Riley right there. Is that Morgan Riley? Yes. Thought his first name was Morgan. And it is. Okay. All right. Puck in neutral. Ottawa dumps it in. Back behind Stolarz. Little fumble up on the high wall by Toronto. Now a fumble on the low wall. Puck's just not making around. Finally. Ooh, taking a hit way back deep. Pacioretty tosses it behind the net. He gets it down in the little corner. Trying to circle the net. Pitches it out front and a swing and a miss. The puck just came off his stick a little bit. Just that little bit. Mario down deep. Pitches it out to the front of the net. It's sent back. Pick off by Toronto on the low circle. Nice. Kicks it back to McCabe across the point. McCabe gets it back up the center and a good block up front by Pinto. All right. Toronto resetting from their own zone. Getting it out. They tip it in from the red line. Looks like Nye's going in against Pinto. Pinto gets there first. Little bit of grouping up on that low wall. Benoit pitches it across the middle, and he misses everybody. Up to the high point. Toronto has it. Shot. Hits bodies out front. Goes wide. Ottawa working their way out. Matheson dips it down. And Toronto's going to turn around and reset. Benoit. Never mind. Toronto kicks it back even further. They're going to reset behind their own net. Oop, damn it. Benoit gets crunched by Stützle as it goes back. Toronto struggling to get out of their zone. Ottawa gets it right back in. Soft touch up the low wall. Delayed offsides was reset very quickly. And Toronto just kind of whatever. Oh, now that's good. Is that Tavares? Backhand does not get much on it. Easy save for Ullmark. Tavares had the breakaway on a good defensive stick. Jensen trying to work it out. Finally, they do. What's up, Swede? Predict VGK to win 3-2. I like that. And Toronto to win 4-1. Carolina to win 5-4. Edmonton to win 4-3 after OT. I'm taking... I was taking 5-3. Vegas. Toronto to win 4-1, 5-3, 6-2, something ridiculous like that. Like, I'm expecting the same performance from game one out of Toronto. Carolina, I think they're going to win 5-2. Like, I think Carolina's just going to whoop up on them. And then LA winning 3-0 until the third period and then losing 6-4. Give me 1 second here. Got to plug this in. We're waiting for the face-off, so we got a quick moment. All right, Ottawa ended up icing it, so 5.5 gone in the first. Shots are 4-1 Toronto. I think it's a matter of time before they start poking holes in Ullmark. Face off to the right of Ullmark. Ottawa wins it. Chucking it up and out. Good job. Amadio working his way up 3-on-1. Gets it to the corner, swings it around behind the net. Takes a hit as he does. Puck to the high point. Trying to get back down low. Hit some Toronto bodies up front. Ooh, a missed pass. Wasn't going to be too bad, but it was definitely looking like it could be a problem. Ends up with being a hand pass. Looks like we're going to neutral, I believe. Oh, that didn't feel good. That doesn't feel good. And then have to, like, that's where you're happy your glove is kind of closed a little bit because he went to block it and he caught it right in the palm. And I don't know if you've ever been hit really hard by something like that right in the palm. Every muscle in your hand starts screaming. And so as you got to close your hand, sometimes it's worse to open it. But you either want to slam your hand shut or open your hand really wide. And your glove kind of holds it in the middle, which sucks. But then you got to go and grab your stick. Like, oh, that doesn't feel good. All right, Toronto got a shot, another shot on Olmark. Another shot from the point ends up going across the top of the crease. Tampa winning battles in the Ottawa zone. Good stick, pokes it away from Tavares. We got a foot race. And Stolarz comes almost to the blue line to send that one back the other way. Great decision right there by Stolarz. And then a big glove save off a shot from the point. McCabe starting to go at Tkachuk. Tkachuk. Never really figured it out, gotta be honest. Don't really care. But we hit our first commercial break. Probably should care. I care a little bit. I should get it right. Yeah, shots are 4-2 Maple Leafs. So those last two ended up going wide. I know the second one ended up across the top of the crease. The first one I thought got to Olmark, but it appears it did not. Starting to inch closer. At some point, I'm going to go grab a plate of smoked tri-tip. And I am very much looking forward to it. So, I was thinking about snacking on it here, but I hate the look of eating on here. I've done it twice already, and it bugs me. Sorry. Let's get back to hockey, eh? So, I think kind of, it's funny, actually, because last time, pretty good consensus was Toronto sweeping. And now we're here, and it's like, pretty good consensus, Toronto's winning. So, chance Ottawa surprises us, but I don't think so. And like I said, for New Jersey, I hear you, Swede, but for New Jersey to score 4, they've gone 1-1-3-2. I don't know. This will be a little bit better when the second game starts up and we can go back and forth. Like I said, these commercials kill me, especially early on. There ain't nothing to talk about yet. Like, for the most part, Toronto is playing better than Ottawa, but Ottawa is reacting to Toronto's mistakes really, really well. And the best chance was Tavares heading back the other way, and he didn't get much on his backhand attempt on Olmark. So far, I mean, Stolarz made a good save or two. He just made a really great play coming all the way out to the blue line. Thirteen and a half to go in the first. They took a shot away from Toronto. 3-2. Ottawa gets all the way back behind their net. Under pressure. Sent up. Oh, big hit as Ottawa comes into the zone. Oof. Zetterlund. Yeah, Stolarz came way out. And that was very dangerous. There's Yarncroc putting Zetterlund down hard from the side along the boards. It's wild. Ooh, a big hit underneath the Ottawa net. The Toronto net. Maple Leafs slow to get up. Got to go back and watch that. I didn't see anything dirty, but what up, D? Big shot from the top of the high circle. Shut down. Oh, wait. The puck's on the ice behind Stolarz. Like, what the hell just happened? I guess it went up out of play. Stolarz is doubled over. Oh, Domi kind of got his Gates taken out, and he hit his head on the wall. Okay, the way Stallars was doubled over, I thought he had the puck frozen. All of a sudden, the puck's behind him. I'm like, what the hell is that? Get ready for work, same shit, different day. I hear you, man. And I went to, I'm up to like almost 100K. I went to buy the fishnet I was going to buy. And just out of curiosity, I was like, well, let's see what the next biggest one up is. And it's 100 grand. It unlocks that level 40, and instead of holding like a 50-pound fish, it holds 110. And I'm like, okay, wait. Ottawa doing a really good job against Toronto in their own zone to prevent any possibilities from happening from the Leafs. Another good hit down low, but the Leafs get the worst of it. The instigator goes down. But, yeah, so instead of buying the fish net, I'm like, all right, I'm going to wait. I got to get to level 40, which I'm like a third, maybe a little more of the way through. And then Tavares trying to get out. Leafs eventually do across neutral into the Ottawa zone. Storming in a good stick. Sends the puck to the low wall. Nylander sends it up high. Another shot. Good defensive play out front. Oh, and we got a brawl starting already. Who is that? Clevin did a good job stopping the shot, forcing it to slow down for an easy save by Ullmark, and immediately gets into it. It's that big of a difference. Yeah, it's that big of a... I didn't realize it until I looked, but... Oh, that was Clevin right there, the one that sticked it away to the low corner, and then he comes back up. That was very dangerous. He tried to tip it. Oh, Nylander just cross-checked the shit out of him. Holy hell. But yeah, like I said, I was like, you know what? I should definitely look at this. And it was like I said, 40 grand more, a level away. I was like, yeah, no, that's... Let's go ahead and wait on that. But I finally left Falcon Lake to repair my gear, and the total was like 65,000. I was like, all right, that's a pretty good trip. Ottawa working out of their zone across neutral. Perron getting down deep from a hard angle. Stallars makes the stop. 10:48 to go in the first. Shots are 4 apiece. It's a lot on repairs. Yeah, it was it actually I think I left with like 85, went back in with travel costs and everything and a new license. So I had to pay like 6,900 to go back. I started with like 83 and I went back with like 70. So I mean, I really didn't spend a whole lot of money. But it's a lot of spinning shot from the low dot by Pacioretty. Good stop, Ullmark. Toronto's not able to get a whole lot of energy behind these shots. The puck's just kind of limping its way over to Ullmark. Jensen stands up Nylander a little bit there. Once you get the big net, though, you make tons of money. Yeah, that's all I'm waiting for. Just well, I'm gonna try to get to like 150K so I can buy new rods and reels that are stronger, and then plus the fishnet, and I'll be good to go. Battle going on in the Toronto zone. McCabe eventually trying to kick it out high. It's got to go back down low to McCabe. Now Toronto heads out. They get it deep into the Ottawa zone. And Ottawa heads right back the other way. Carlo chased down by Amadio. Mario putting on good pressure. Puck ends up on the high wall. Everybody's in the zone now. Riley tries to send it all the way around the low wall. Now it's going to go all the way back and icing on Toronto. It'd be good to have though, but you can rent one and just tell exactly. Pay an extra couple grand a day. I think I went and looked at the kayaks, and if I remember right, I need bait coins. There might be something in there for a bunch of money, but because I maybe not. I looked and I couldn't remember, or I can't remember now. I think I actually did consider buying a kayak. I was like, I'll wait. Falcon Lake is making me my money right now, so quick icing on Ottawa. 9:01 to go, and the first shots are 5-3 Toronto. Which I just like I said, Falcon Lake. None of my stuff ever gets out of the green. Maybe it goes to yellow and then it's right back down to blue, basically. So even though I got to catch a whole bunch of fish to do it, I'm just burning through, killing time. They're like 50K. Yeah, it's like now that I'm remembering, I think I was gonna buy one, but I just don't need it yet. So like, Ottawa breaking in hard. Ekman Larson did a great job forcing the puck to the corner and finishing the check down low. Come in. All right, you know what? I kind of changed my mind. I need a little bit of this tri-tip while it's fresh. Breakaway, nice. Not quite a breakaway. Jensen stayed with him and broke up the play. McNabb throwing it up to the high wall. Down, top of the high circle. Ottawa gets some sticks in, and they disrupt the play. Amadio loses it in his own zone after doing such a great job to put up a fight. And finally, Ottawa makes their way out. Leafs trying to work it out under pressure. They do. Just a neutral, and Ottawa whiffs on the send back. That was Zub. Perron's going to dip it deep. Toronto chasing it. Let's get an icing or something here real quick. I want to go get some tri-tip. Puck still free floating down low. Toronto ends up with it. McCabe trying to get it back behind the net. Riley ends up with it. He's going to go all the way up the ice to Tavares. 3-on-3. Tavares gets his shot blocked. Ooh, Sanderson lost his stick as he's trying to make a defensive play. Let's see if that ends up hurting him. Puck to the low point. Ekman Larson lightly sends it down. It gets tipped, and a good stop by Olmark. Just battling on the low wall. Ekman Larson sends it down. Ottawa back the other way. And Carlo's going to retrieve it behind his own net. Can we please take a second? Yes, thank you. Icing. All right, I'll be back in 1 second. Let me go get some tri-tip. All right. I'm going to show you grab tri-tip. Yeah, thanks, Mel. I mean, I don't know if this is really going to show how perfect this is because it's not like in the middle. It's more of like the tri-tip's cut in half and then sliced. But gotta admit, I don't want to leave the action either. Oh, that's good. Like, my dad has perfected tri-tip. Mm. But we also grabbed, because I did we've done a lot of cooking the last few days. Like, I did, for the last streams, or last week, I've done ribs, meatloaf, chicken. I did a tri-tip all out on the smoker. And so to go with it, at Costco, and they have this big tin. And here in Denver, the mood of the city. Yeah, sounds about right, Mo. Like walking around Costco, I see this big tin, and it looks like they're cinnamon rolls because I see their cinnamon rolls every week. But I read the thing next to the picture, and it says garlic rolls. So I'm like looking at it, I'm like, oh man, they don't have it though. Talk to my pops, and he's like, no, go back. So I go back and really look at it, and it's like, oh, dude, the amount of garlic bread on these rolls is literally the amount of like icing they put on cinnamon rolls. And I'm talking like that, like they don't skimp. These are the best fucking garlic rolls, period. All right, back to hockey. Under 6 minutes to go in the first. Shots are 7-3 Toronto. Puck goes in. Stellaris plays it. A good stick sends it back out front. Amadio just missed the connection. I think it went off the Stellaris stick. Toronto trying to get it out. And they do. Nice. Dumps it deep. Chasing after it. Battling Pinto. Pinto able to get it up the high wall. Back down. Sanderson tries to send it around. Riley back into the corner. Goes right by Nyes, and Ottawa takes the high road out. Riley all the way back. Sends it back right away. Toronto into the zone. Matthews cutting towards the center. Tries to leave it back for Nyes. Hits his skate. And we got a boarding. A cross check, a boarding. You call it what you want. But Toronto is going to the power play. Like, I eat meat. The only thing, like, occasionally, or I'll have rice, I'll have potatoes, I'll have meat. That's it. Um, that is really fucking good meat. Oh my god, this stuff is so good. Like, if y'all ain't in, I get it. Smokers can be expensive. However, they don't have to be. And you can get a really good smoker for a really decent price. I recommend it. It is absolutely worth it. If you don't want to babysit it, get an automatic smoker, just a pellet smoker, and practice. Just get good at it because it's really not hard to get good at, and it makes some really, really good food. We are getting ready to go live in New Jersey. No, we're not. We're getting ready to go live in Carolina. Toronto trying to get a ton of traders for like 500, find decent barrel growth for like 200. Exactly. Like, I will preach Traeger forever. Big shot from up high. Just kind of fumbles its way onto Olmark. Hitting legs, skates, sticks, bodies. Couple toes in there. But yeah, it's another good stop by Olmark on a tip puck. But like I said, it's if you go to a barbecue restaurant, the charge is absolutely outrageous. Like, all the way across the crease, and Toronto can't connect. Hang on, let's check this power play. I'll get deeper into that. Up to the top of the circles. Nylander fought off by Olmark. Puck goes to the low wall. 45 seconds gone in the Toronto power play. Nylander sends it denied. His turnaround big shot from the circle. And Matthews is stopped by Olmark. Nylander down to the baseline. Nice, tries to cut across. Olmark again. Toronto just destroying this penalty kill right now. Unable to get a goal. And we've got a penalty. Oh, chaos is breaking out. I told you this would be the most emotionally charged game for Ottawa. I think it was Tavares. Dude came at Tavares, or no, it was Nyes. It was Nyes. The dude came at Nyes and he shoved him over. Like, don't go at him then. You feel me? Like, but we got a slashing on Toronto as a Senator's stick breaks in half. Waiting to see it real quick. Wrap around attempt by Matthews. Olmark has his stick on the ice. All right, let's get to the penalty. Yeah, Nyes smashing the stick. He turns around and shoots. Dude, Pinto went at Nyes and just got embarrassed. Like, he shot after the whistle, but, dude, if you're going to go at somebody who pisses you off, you better have more in you than to go immediately to your ass. Would it get a barrel grill? I prefer charcoal. We don't know a lot about pellets. What's the barbecue for ants for $25? That barbecue place these days? Yeah, right? No shit, right? You know, it costs $30, $35 for a rack of ribs. I can get 3 racks for $26, and I guarantee you my ribs are perfectly fine. They're my favorite, obviously, but I promise you, like, you gonna be more than happy eating the ribs I cook up, or the pork belly, or the chicken, or the tri-tip, or the meatloaf, or the turkey, or whatever. Man, I cook all kinds of shit out there. From the low circle, Olmark is shutting down Toronto. The shots are 12-3. We got 11 seconds of a 4-on-4 with 3:17 to go in the first. But the reason that I would do pellets, charcoal's nice. Don't get me wrong. If you want to get that taste, then use mesquite wood. Like, use or use other woods, but add mesquite to it. You will get that charcoal flavor. The biggest thing is you don't have to start pellets. Pinto bounced off them like a pinto bean. Yeah, that's good, Mel. You hit that right on the head. He went down like a sack of beans. That's funny as hell. But you don't have to, like, you start the pellet grill, but it's not like charcoal. You basically, like, you get everything ready for your food. You start the pellets. You walk in, you finish your seasoning, getting everything ready. You come back out, you turn the heat up to the temperature you want. And then in a minute or two, you go out and put your food on. So that's the biggest benefit. Shot on by Ottawa. Stellaris fights it away. Ottawa controlling 50 seconds to go on their power play. Batherson battling on the low wall, and he gets it taken and chucked all the way down. But yeah, it's the convenience factor of a pellet grill will beat charcoal 1,000 times. If the flavor is just as good, in my opinion, better. And you don't have to babysit it. It's a set and forget. The old Ronco, set and forget. That was a great defensive play by Toronto right there. As soon as I took my bite of food, I looked down and remembered I was muted. I'm like, damn it. But I was saying that was a good call right there. It was a brutal cross check. It was a brutal boarding, but that's 2 minutes. I can't believe New Jersey's winning up 2-0 on 5 shots. Batherson trying to dance through. Puck all the way up high. Minute 10 to go. In the first period. Big shot from Ottawa. They can't stuff it in. Who was that? 19. Yardcroc. How is that not a... I guess they're calling it a shove. That looked like a cross check to me. Toronto gets it cleared out. Damn, dude. I am shocked by this score in Carolina. Kind of actually looking forward to watching that game now. And Swede, you might be right. How you could have guessed New Jersey would ever come close to scoring 4 goals is a mystery to me, but They're well on their way. All righty. 5 seconds. And we're at first intermission. 25 seconds left on the Ottawa power play. When we come back for the second period, shots are 12-5 Ottawa. Now, something stuck. All righty. So now, as we go to New Jersey, they're on commercial break. I'm going to hide my face and finish stuffing my mouth real quick. I apologize, guys. I just wanted to, like I said, finish my last couple bites of food, get all the plates and stuff in the sink, and get back here. And by the time I get back, what happened? What happened? Okay, it's not that bad, but Jesus Christ. Okay, fine. It is 3-0 New Jersey Devils. Excuse me? Like, you talk to your mother with that mouth? Live money line is plus 310. Dude, this is like, I just can't wrap my head around the absolute destruction that is the Devils. I have a feeling something is coming, but I don't think it's going to be. I don't think the Devils can really last all the way through the game without getting at least some kind of pressure. Carolina scoring 1 or 2 and not scoring from here on out type of deal. But I felt that way with Anderson. I do not feel that way with Kochetkov. There's a reason I don't feel that way with Kochetkov. It's because it's 3-0 with Kochetkov. Like, dude, this is oof. This is oof. Just kind of looking forward to both games going on so that we could have something to do for both commercial or for the commercial breaks, and that didn't. We end up on intermission for this break. Not great. All right, so it'll be just a minute here. Give us a second, and we'll be back. Told you. Face off to the right of Markstrom. Never mind. Face off to the right of Kochetkov. I'm so used to. I think I'm just used to the white jerseys being Carolina. So I definitely screwed the pooch on that one. All right. Carolina coming out of their own zone. Burns pitches it up for. It's a good thing I'm here to talk. Words are hard sometimes. All right. Devils get it in their own zone. They're headed out. Crossed the line, dumped in. Ooh, a little bit of a trip, but a good no call. Carolina headed back the other way. I'm going to have to rewatch this first period later tonight and see what happened, because I almost don't believe this right now. Jersey gets another shot off a stick up into the netting. Mercer with that one, but I mean, okay, hang on. Let's take should be able to look at a couple of the shots. Let's check the first one. Huh. A little bit of chaos in the net. I can kind of see that, I guess. And then less than 2 minutes later, big hit by New Jersey causes a rush with the puck, and then Timo Meier just buries it from between the top of the dots. Damn. So the first goal being a little bit chaotic, okay, stuff happens. Second goal, Carolina got beat in their own zone. That's about all you can say. And then waiting to see the third one. So Otter gets his ass beat, comes back playing well. Markstrom has been playing well, but just the guy, not well, kind of. Honestly, the Devils just haven't been playing good in front of Markstrom. There's been a couple of key saves that he probably should have made, but Devils have just looked like such trash. I mean, they still don't have a power play goal as far as I know. Carolina is just turning the puck over on themselves. Got frozen up by the hockey ghost. Lost the puck with nobody within 10 feet. Great sticks by New Jersey, turning over the puck again. And Carolina's going to make their way out. So anybody watching the Devils Hurricanes game, is this, I got to know, is this the Devils playing really well, or is this Carolina screwing the pooch? Like I said, from what I've seen, it looks like we got a couple of turnovers in the Carolina zone that led to the opportunities. And then Kochetkov was kind of flopping around like a fish out of water on that first one. Dude, Chatfield takes a hit down low. Orlov headed back out into the zone for the Canes. He's going to work it all the way deep, get around the net. Trying to kick it back high, but there's nowhere to kick it to. Finally, Slavin in the low corner. Sorry, low point. Back to the high point. Orlov dumps it back down. Devils get it out. Oop, that worked out. Canes coming back. Oh, that hit was late. I heard the contact as back in the zone when the puck was being played on the red line. Kochetkov fights one off as the Devils get a chance. These are not the same teams. Canes right back out from their own zone. And Markstrom plays it out from behind his net. Battling in the high circle. Devils get it out. I am thoroughly impressed by the New Jersey Devils right now. About 5 minutes till we go back to the Toronto-Ottawa game. .551 to go in the first in Carolina, and New Jersey is walloping the Canes. Good Lord. Good Lord. What the hell is happening right now here? Hang on. Let me see if I can. Let's see if we can look at some of the basic stats and see what's going on. Shots are 10-5, New Jersey. 87. Devils are 7 for 8 on the faceoffs, which there's only been 8 faceoffs. We got 5:51 to go. That's a pretty good game. I'm going to give it to, and 3 of them are coming off of goals. You have the opening faceoff, 3 off of goals, and then 4 other faceoffs. That's it in 16 minutes of hockey. That's actually wild. Devils are still 0 for 1 on the power play. So they can score 3 goals 5-on-5. Still can't bury the puck on the power play. Hits are 11-10. Hurricanes, 4 block shots apiece. Okay, so let's see if we can piece this together with these 3 stats. Shots on goal are 10-5 New Jersey. New Jersey has an 87.5% face-off win. They have lost 1 face-off. And the Hurricanes have 10 giveaways to the Devils 2. Any idea from any of you guys what could possibly be causing this absolute ass whooping coming from New Jersey? And give it to the Devils, man. But this is starting to be a little bit of an example of a team making another team look good. Like the Devils are playing very, very well. Don't mistake what I'm saying for that. But the Canes are playing like dog trash. And I'm trying to be nice. I know I haven't been great, but I'm still working on the swearing and stuff. Make this more of a family friendly show as I talk about the Devils bending over the entire roster for the Canes. I'll be the top 40 for White Sturgeon. No kidding. Just got a 55. No shit. A minute ago, the largest has been caught is 55.116. No shit. Right on, dude. That's awesome. Dude, see, you get rich and all of a sudden you start, going on and doing your trophy hunts. I get it. Devils in. They're looking good, too. Crashing the net under pressure. And now, if Carolina hurries, they could be. Nope, 2-on-2. Big shot, big stop, Markstrom. Dude, I'm looking forward to being able to go fish those sturgeon with you because I'm going to get cracked out and addicted to it until I can. It's like I don't even need to be in the top 40 I'm going to have to try and beat yours. And I'm really looking forward to that. I actually feel like that's going to be a lot of fun. Grab a bottle of bourbon and just shit talk trying to catch the biggest sturgeon. Devils into the Cane zone. High circle. Carolina gets it out the other way. Orlov tries to take a shot, but a great stick knocks the puck off of his stick. Usually a little bit better at that, but Oh, Devils coming out in the low circle. What? Dude, what are the Canes doing, man? And I mean, that's like a legitimate question. They look so bad. Oh, I'm using level 40 stuff that's working nice to nice. Fight, but don't mess my gear up too much. That's the important part. I can deal with the fight all day as long as I don't have to keep leaving. Devils into the zone. Cotter kicks it up to the point. Back to Cotter at the high point. Good little move, and then he kind of, okay, I guess that's not a hold. How does nobody for the Canes go to give help right there? How is that not a tripping on Carolina? All right, we're getting ready to come back in the other game. So this one's going up to the second screen. And let's get back into Ottawa in Toronto. What's up, Mercs? How you doing, buddy? All right. So I'm sure we'll be coming back to that one with a little bit more of a hockey game going on. I don't see the Devils holding up like this. Don't see Carolina sucking that bad for the rest of the game. Then again, let's change that from I think to I hope, because I actually don't even believe myself when I say that, but I hope it becomes a decent game because I want to watch a decent game, Toronto gets the puck. Ottawa had one chance on their 25 seconds of remaining power play time to get into the zone, and they immediately turn it over. And now a big backhand pass. Just misses Tavares. Wow. You're good. I'm doing all right, buddy. Thank you for asking. Ottawa storming in, pass to the middle. Ottawa with a shot. Stolarz able to swallow that up. The final word you're supposed to say sorry. No, you're good, dude. Phone case cracked. Hey, don't. Honestly, as long as I don't say something like I'm sounding confused, don't worry about spell check. Like 9 times out of 10, I know it's what it's supposed to say. Every now and then, one will confuse me, which I'll ask you about, but don't worry about apologizing for spell check. I can barely pronounce words. It's all good. Punk. Pet. Ugh, see what I mean? I want to say puck, and then I said pet. Ottawa gets the puck in the Leafs zone. Leafs able to get it out into the... Oh, Matthews taking a shot, and Mark stops him. Kane's up tight with an attempt, and Markstrom able to stop him. Damn, dude, we had a couple of exciting opportunities back to back. It would be insane. I'm not sure why that wasn't a trip on the Maple Leafs. Chuck from underneath. Shut down. Matthews across the red into the Ottawa zone and stuffed up high in the point. Ottawa sends it back. Perron chasing down Tanev. Nice and easy. Ottawa into the zone. Oh, and a great stick. I think that was Benoit, but I didn't see the number. McCabe enters the zone. Down low, big tip out front. Olmark makes the stop. Minute left to go in Carolina. New Jersey's attacking again. Meanwhile, Toronto back to neutral. Ekman Larson sends it up. Big shot by Domi. Ends up going off the stick in front of him. Back to Domi. The pass misses. Ottawa heading out of their zone. Up the low wall. Ekman Larson back to get the puck. Sends it up to Domi. Domi tosses it in. And McMahon down low. Battling with Cousins. Takes a cross check. Carlo tosses it down. Can the Leafs please win? Just get this one over with. I'd be all right with Toronto just getting this over with. Both sides are playing really pretty well in this game. I won't say really well, but pretty well. This is pretty good hockey. Couple of pretty solid penalties. Here we go. Here's a big... Ottawa couldn't cut across quick enough. That was Tanev was way too fast coming in from the other side. And now we've got a penalty on New Jersey, I believe, for a hold. No, it's an interference. It's hard to tell if the Devils coach is arguing just because it's so... Wait. Oh, okay, interference, no. A tripping, yes. Like, Cody Glass, you're my boy, but he absolutely stuck his skate out and tripped, old boy. And Ottawa just scored. I looked down at just in time to see the puck go in the net, trying to watch this face-off for Carolina, that the official just seems like he's happy to hold the puck. He doesn't want to drop it. Ottawa wins the face-off and just a big shot. It looks like it might have tipped to Chucks. Did it hit to Chuck's stick? No, that was just a great shot from the point. Brady's up front battling, creating a screen. Scoring. Wait, it didn't. Where's my... There you go. Scoring for the Ottawa Senators. Thomas Chabot, assisted by Tkachuk. Oh, I haven't done that. Dawson Mercer is assisted by Pesci. Timo Meyer, assisted by Pesci. And Stefan Nosen Assisted by Nemec and Hamilton. Looks like we started in a mission in Carolina. Meanwhile, Ottawa in the Toronto zone. Puck sent down. Jensen hits bodies out high, trying to break Nylander back the other way, and he could not collect the puck. Oh, yeah. Yay. I guess Riley was offsides. Dude, the shots are 14-5, Toronto. 5 minutes. All right, Ottawa from behind their own net, working their way up the ice. Stretch pass misses everybody. We'll have another. Nope, never mind. I guess he did get a tip on it. Puck in for Ottawa. Riley trying to clear it. Ottawa keeps it in. Toronto gets it down into the Ottawa zone. Good stick. Sends it even further back. Toronto getting chances. Just can't connect across the front of the crease. Up to the high point. Trying to cycle it back down low. Bouncing puck ends up on the low boards. And we're going to have a penalty for a high stick on who? Both players were wondering who just got hit in the face. Nice, Marks. Right on. But wait, what? I mean, Ankrog actually caught two. But, okay. Call that fair enough by the ref. But, man, both guys turned around like, what? Who's... This is going to be worth it. It might, Mercs. You never know. Dude, it's worth it to stay up and hang out with your kids. Forget about what the score ends up being. Toronto controlling in the Ottawa zone. Pretty sure this is their second power play. Slow circle. Looking for space out front. Goes all the way to the top. Back to the top of the high circle. Nylander, low circle. He loses the puck. Now there's a battle. And Ottawa's able to just tip it out. Back the other way. Tavares just took a shot. And we got a high stick, so the faceoff is going to come in front of Stellars. Tavares has to go higher. He stayed too low in the crease. That was a hell of a play right there by Pinto. Celebrate for my kids. We have tons of time on our hands for sure. But yeah, like I said, man, like letting them stay up for the game and stuff like that, it's never about the game. You know what I mean? I guarantee you they won't have, unless you remind them, they won't have a clue who's playing when they're my age. You know what I mean? All they care about is, Dad, let us stay up and watch the game with them. That's all I mean. Ekman Larson heading out of his own zone. 40 seconds to go on the Leafs power play. He kicks it back to Domi. As Domi comes in. He kicks it to the high wall. Sent all the way around. Riley up high. Across the point. Dude, Ottawa is attacking the Leafs. Dude, Riley feeds it up front and the tip misses. We got summer break, so I stay home and hang out with my kids. They have the time right on. Good shit, Mercs. Puck all the way down. Stolar settles it. 3, 2, 1. Penalty's over. 12 minutes even to go in the second. Shot. Doesn't make it through. Zub gets in the way of that one. Right back down. McKay from the point shoots. That goes wide. There, because of thunderstorms, and it's definitely dangerous. Oh, yeah, no, it's definitely dangerous doing that. Like, my dad was an electrician for the county for a while, getting up in the bucket trucks. I definitely know how that works, but hey, that works, man. Mother Nature giving you a little bit of a break. Uh, 1 sec. Ooh. Had a tornado a mile from my house the other day. No shit. Dude, you know, it may take a couple of days, but let me know if you get swept up by one. I'll come out to Kansas to take you home. That's one thing I don't, you know, hurricanes and tornadoes are something I don't miss about being down south, but I I like I miss the thunderstorms, I miss the rain. Like I really miss rain. I really miss lightning. I really miss it being nasty. But I don't miss, you know, having to go and sit in the closet cuz like that, like you look out the window and it's like, "Oh, there's a hurricane or a tornado." Can't tell which way it's heading. You know, granted, I was younger when I was down in Florida, so a lot of memories are like before 12 years old. Dude, the Leafs cannot connect in front of the crease. It's unreal. Ottawa into the Leaf zone. Shot from the low circle, knocked away by Stolars. Sanderson sends it around, bottom of the net. I have to tell you. Okay. Puck all the way around the bottom of the net. Pitched out front. Sanderson from the point. Shoots it and hits something out high. Ottawa's going to keep it. Quick move all the way out, and that's going to go all the way down. I work when it happened, but I was like, damn, it looks like a tornado towed through here. That's actually funny. Not okay. Let's. I'm not laughing about the hurricane and everything torn to shit, or the tornado and everything being torn to shit. That's not the funny part. The being like, oh god damn, dude, that's one of those. Looks like a bomb went off in here, and then it's like, oh no, it's actually this thing exploded. I don't know why that's funny to me. It's like, oh well, son of a bitch, look at us. I'm trying to work out. I'm trying to correct the thought of it being funny, and it's not working. So let's move on to the next subject. Oh, that's rough. So anyway, hockey. 10:30 to go in the second. Shots are 14-7 Toronto. Face off to the left of Stars. Ottawa wins it. Up at the point. Works it down low. Stopped way out high by a mass of bodies. Name of the game for everybody right now is, oh, we got some. I don't know who that is going at it, but there were definitely some extra shots coming from the Leaf. Oh, so I have construction in my basement. I'm having one of those special floors put down in my basement. Those floors. Nice, right on. Well, playing where it won't rain. Nice, dude. That's awesome. That's good shit. I don't feel like driving to the rink. Yeah. Ooh, Domi almost put it on his own goalie. But no, that's sick, Burks. Like, seriously, that's sick. That's one thing I thought about, because there's places, there's places I want to move that may or may not work. And there's places I may end up moving just because it will. And one of the places, it gets cold enough to have an ice rink in the back in the winter. And I've thought about that a lot lately. How is that not interference? Wait, how is that not interference? The puck wasn't there. He has no idea where the puck is. He gets cross-checked across the shoulders. And then a second later, the puck's played. Ottawa in, shoots, goes wide of the net. Kachuk tries for the wraparound, and he is stopped by Stars. I am confused about that one. That looked like a pretty clear-cut case of interference as far as I'm concerned. Obviously, I am wrong because there was no penalty called. Kind of hard to have the debate when nothing's called. Weak. All right. So, Toronto is absolutely in the can't. Oh, no. It's kind of tough because on the power play, they looked okay, but couldn't connect. After the power play, they looked okay, but couldn't get set up. Ottawa is mostly one and done. I mean, it happened. I think that one was off the face-off. And their goal. So it really was a one and done. But it was, god damn it, I can't put my brain together right now, man. I said Ottawa has had a couple of chances to set up, not a whole lot going on. Toronto's got a bunch of chances to set up, looked really good. And then they just can't connect on their passes in the zone. I don't know. Struggle is real. Kid excited about the construction right on. Coming to and said July 9th and June 5th, but could happen sometime in May. Hey, that's one of those things that sucks because, they're booked up and you got to kind of deal with that big old window, but that's dope, dude. Like I said, that's sick. And with the kids getting excited too, it'll make a big difference with them, especially if they're interested in playing. Having the access to something like that is a resource that very few people have. And I mean, that's big time. Like I said, especially for developing them and then for everything you're doing. Good shit, Mercs. Ottawa controlling in the Toronto zone. I'll come back to this play in just a second here. Toronto battling in the high wall. Gets the puck loose across the blue line. Red. And Tanev dumps it and goes for a change. Battle in the low corner. Everybody fighting over it. Puck up high. Shot and saved by Olmark. All right, so we got something happening on the other game. So they are about to make their way back to second period. The Devils, second period goals this season, 1-0-0-2. Well, they're going to need at least one here. Because if the Devils don't score in the second period and even give up one goal, if they start to show a little bit of slowing down and give Carolina the opportunity, Carolina will make shit go wild. Freshman and sixth grade, in addition to those two, gave birth, also Duff. Ah, nice. Right on, Mercs. Big family. Yeah, of course, I was muted. Just makes sense at this point. Carlo to Riley. Leafs actually set up, but again, get nothing to the net. And then a big hit down low. Big hit from Toronto. Yeah, no, we're good. Minute left on the Carolina power play as they enter the zone. Puck deep. Coming back out to the low wall. Blake to the point. Got to be here. Blake. Work down to low circle. Jarvis working his way up top. Leaves it for Gosh to be here. Low circle. He decides to throw it to the middle instead of shoot the puck, which he absolutely should have done. Oh, and then he gets the back door, but the tip goes wide. Aho. Blake back to the point. Jarvis to Gosh to be here. Back to Aho. All the way across. And, they can't connect. And Carolina sends it out of their own zone with 20 seconds left. And then the Devils fighting back. Brat just being a brat, man. Stankoven coming in hot. 10 seconds on the power play. Stankoven around the net. To the point. Hall tries to throw it across, and it goes in. Right as we go to full strength, Carolina decides to say, oh yeah, well then let's play. 18-14 to go in the second. And Carolina puts one on the board. Great play by Slavin coming around the back of that. He went in hot. Ends up getting the puck up in that up in the low corner. Gets it across the crease to Stankoven, and Stankoven almost messes up. Stankoven almost messed up. He went right at the pad and got lucky. It rode the pad between the 5-hole. Devils steal it away in the Kane zone. And a good stop there by Kachekov. Oh, so you got to think I forgot to. Okay. Canes work it out into the zone. Good tip. Devils get it back. Oh, ninth graders turning 15. Nice. Dude, 15's cool. I'm looking forward to my my nieces and my nephew getting to the teens. So that's awesome, man. Congratulations. Happy birthday to the kiddo. I said I'm looking I'm a floor hockey set, new hockey set. Nice. Nice. Yeah, my one of my best friends has a kid. I think he's like 13 now. He's maybe 12 or 13. Well, actually, you know what? He may be 13 or 14, and then his daughter's 11. But, known them since they were babies. And it's been, used to take the kid. Oh, Toronto had a couple of great chances, and Omar shuts them down. But we used to take. How is that not interference? How was that not? How was that not interference on Omar? Anyway. Ooh. But yeah, it's been fun. It started getting fun when his boy got to be about 10 or 11, and then as he's getting older and playing video games and wanting to work out and stuff like that, it's been a lot of fun. I always we kind of always mess with each other. But always giving each other a hard time, but I love going over there, I'll go over there and we'll play Uno and stuff. Just get me and him will have a few beers and just play board games or card games with the family. It's good. Like I said, that's good times, man. Good memories. Puck in deep into the Ottawa zone. Ottawa gets it right out. Toronto's developing opportunity. They cannot take advantage of anything. Allmark is playing fantastic goalkeeper right now, or goaltender. Dude, puck down low. Benoit jumping up and getting it, and Stolarz is going to save it or freeze it. Oh, goodness. We got ourselves a game, ladies and gentlemen. Let's be real, most likely. I mean, anyway. It is 3-2 in Carolina. And I had told you. I said it before this started. Look, Jankowski gets down, little wrap around by Blake, and he stuffs it past him. Pretty much how I keep my son off his phone. Hey, there you go. And later on, it'll do even more that's going to be in his favor. So, all he does all day is play Roblox when the game is right. No, that's pretty much what his kid did or does. Oh, wait, what just happened to my feed? Hang on. My feed of the Carolina game just died. One sec. Dude, okay, I went to fix my feed, and all of a sudden I come back to Stellaris head first in his own goal. Every time I look away for half a second, something crazy happens. All right, Ottawa into the neutral zone, gets it down on Stellaris. Stellaris going to send it all the way up. They have a 2-on-none opportunity. Now 2-on-1, and it gets stopped. How is that not a trip? I don't know who just came flying in out of nowhere for Ottawa, but that is on Toronto that they didn't get a shot. 2-on-none opportunity. Great defense coming back, but they had enough time for a give and go. Or just boom, boom, in. Boom, shot. They had the time. They got a little too close. But that was just a great charge from behind. Damn, the backhand. Wide open net, and the backhand just doesn't have the angle. But yeah, Stellaris gets it up to Lorentz. Lorentz is crashing in. He has a chance to shoot. And right there, he had to make a decision. He tried to cut back. Didn't know everybody was coming down behind him. And chaos. Chaos ensued. All right, hang on. Let me see who scored for. So, Jackson Blake. Goal for the Hurricanes, assisted by Jankowski. And I don't remember if I mentioned Logan Stankoven with an assist by Hall and Slavin. And like I said, though, when it comes to that New Jersey Carolina game, the Devils have to beat Carolina this period. They cannot for a second show any sign of weakness or give Carolina any kind of opening. Well, what happened? They showed a sign of weakness. Well, they ended in a power play. So, holy no way. Jankowski just made it a 3-3 game. And I'm starting to look like a real Nostradamus here. I mean, I thought, they showed Jankowski's jersey. That's not who scored. They showed Jankowski during the celebration, so I just assumed. Oh, that was Svechnikov, Andrei Svechnikov. So I definitely read that wrong. That is on me. I swear I saw Jankowski's jersey during the celebration. So, scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes, Andrei Svechnikov. Assisted by Orlov and Aho. Toronto under a minute left with Ottawa. Look, they were uptight. I'm really liking. Yeah, there you go, Mel. I'm really liking it too. Hell, this has been. Like I said, what a wild ride. And like I told you, I don't think New Jersey has 60 minutes of hockey in them. And as of right now, they didn't have 40 minutes of hockey in them. Puck deflected out of play. 29 seconds to go in the second here in Toronto. Shots are 17-12. At one point, they were like 15-5. Toronto had 15 shots in the first like 10 minutes. And now they're sitting at 17. Devils working around in the Carolina zone. Puck to the low point. Trying to get it down. Nope. That ain't happening. "15 seconds. Toronto in the Ottawa zone trying to make a miracle happen. It gets on net. Omar kicks it away. 10 seconds to go. And we are going to the second period. 1-0 Ottawa. Oh, and New Jersey just scored. I'm trying, man, I took too much time to look back up. Hischer just dropped one in on Carolina. Swede is starting to look like he knew what was happening. Just a quick pass by Cotter out to the low circle. Or sorry. Yep, low circle. And Cotter or Hischer buries it. This is crazy for the Canes. Never mind. Yeah. No, things happen quick, Mercs. So now I'm still waiting. The app isn't even ready. I'm still waiting for the goal to load. They gave it to Paul Cotter. That wasn't Paul Cotter's goal. That was Hischer's goal with an assist from Cotter. Damn NHL app. What do you know about hockey? Unreal. Let me go grab some water real quick. Ooh. Well, they tied it. And then, like, 2 minutes later, if that, New Jersey went up 4-3. Yeah. Toronto, Omar's looking great. And, like, he's not facing the most difficult shots on net, but he's in the right position. And then, yeah, it's Kachekov for Carolina and Markstrom for New Jersey. It's funny. I'm like, all right, this period, New Jersey can't show any weakness. They can't show any sense of being tired. They need to win this period because they cannot give New Jersey or Carolina no 30 seconds later. Carolina scores. Like, oh, a couple minutes later, 3-2. It's like, I almost know what I'm talking about here. Ooh. Oh, that's one thing I did forget to check that I got to check. Oh, there it is. Ekblad suspended for 2 games. Hang on. at least, like I said, it's it should be your suspension starts when the other guy comes back. Yep. Alrighty, sorry, had to share the news. Aaron Ekblad has been given a 2-game suspension for that absolutely heinous elbow on Hagel. I think the Canes still have a problem in goal. Yeah. Dude, that shot flattened Markstrom. Holy shit. Devils putting on pressure in the Carolina zone. Carolina head back the other way. 10:45 to go in the second. 4-3 game. Shots are 2013 New Jersey. Ooh, good hit down low by the Canes. Devils trying to work it deep. They cannot. Carolina's going to come back the other way. Gosh, the Bahir gets tripped as he enters the zone and Carolina going to a power play. Tatar to the box for New Jersey. I don't know how much I like that. Cool. Now Spenrope hands for the 16 cross check to the back of McKinnon's brainstem last night. Right. That last night was embarrassing for the officiating, and it was very embarrassing for the Stars. I know we've talked about it, Mel. I'm not going to really dive into all that we talked about the other day, but Ben skating into Manson's stick was embarrassing, and Bischel is a flat-out coward-ass, worthless piece of shit. All he did the entire game was cross-check the shit out of every single person he got near, and he got away with about 50 of them, and it irritated me all night. And then at the end, he cross-checks. He hits with 7 cross-checks. And when he does, there's no whistle. It's only when Colorado reacts to the cross-checks does the whistle go. Oh, gosh. Okay, you know who I'm talking about. Had a great shot, but couldn't beat Markstrom. Gosh to Spear. Aho. Gosh to Spear across to Jarvis. Up to Aho. Aho trying to work his way down. He gets tripped. And we get a 5-on-3 for 55 seconds. Holla, I don't know what you're bitching about. When the New Jersey coach is sitting there straight-faced after a penalty, you know it was a penalty. Because that dude has no idea. Like, if that guy saw a kitten playing with a butterfly, he'd probably drop about 30 F-bombs. So right there, he just kind of... It's like, oh, yeah, no, you know it's a penalty then. What is with this fucking cup, dude? I will say that should have been an embellishment on Aho. Seemed like a trip to me, but the stick hit the inside of one leg, and he threw his arms up before the stick came across and hit his other one. I'd be a little irritated. Carolina wins the faceoff. Oops, let's do it again. Face off to the right of Markstrom. Big shot from the top of the low circle. Aho puts a shot on and misses. 35 seconds to go on the 5-on-3. Jarvis up to the gosh to be here. Aho tries to throw it in. Good save, Markstrom. 25 seconds on the 5-on-3. High circle. Low circle. High circle. Get some shots on net, fellas. And they do, and they score! With 12 seconds left on the 5-on-3, Carolina buries it to bring it back to an even game. I'm going to have to start making some decisions. One of these games going to go long, so I got to figure out when to flip over to the Vegas stream. That's big right there. Just as much as all the other ones have been big. So scoring for the Carolina Hurricanes with a power play goal, Sebastian Aho. We can give him some hot. Still got 40 seconds on the power play. New Jersey sends it back. Wait, where are we at on the where are we at on intermission? Still got over 6 minutes of intermission. Damn it. My phone's being a real prick lately. All right, 30 minutes until your nice play. Yes, sir. Till our nice play. That's why at some point I have to end the stream, take a few minutes, and then I'll start up that one. So we'll probably go. I'm probably gonna damn, I don't know how I want to do this. About 6 minutes. Probably about a quarter after 6. I'm gonna end the stream, go take care of a couple things, and then come back on the night stream. And then we'll catch the end of the games with that on the new stream. You have some excitement. Sorry, I just realized I was kind of sitting here dead silent. I'm trying to get everything back to loaded. Make sure I got everything good to go for the return of Toronto, Ottawa, and also, like I said, eventually we'll shut down and then go back live on the Vegas stream after I got a couple minutes to kind of just chill out, relax for a minute, and then we'll come back in. Puck comes out to neutral. Carolina not able to get it out. Hischer. Oh, they did get it out. I thought Hischer kept it in. It was about to have a great attack right there. What a game this has turned out to be. Like, it's funny, when Swede guessed, I think he guessed Carolina would win 5-4 or something like that. And I was like, you're out of your damn mind if you think New Jersey's scoring 4 goals. The best thing about doing this with the stream is I have been wrong many, many times, and there's plenty of proof, so it's a lot easier to be like, well, shit, I was wrong. Don't rely on my dumbass. I can't believe he called New Jersey scoring 4 goals. Or, well, I guess because having Kachenko, is that the name I'm trying to think of? Oh, big shot drop, big rebound given up. And the Carolina Hurricanes out themselves. Hang on. Kachekov, I thought so. So, never mind. That's not exactly. I should have known better. I was thinking, for some reason, I thought Anderson was coming in. I knew better. Carolina into the Devil's zone all the way across. Puck. Oh, and it just stays out. I guess they're calling that incidental. Dude, I thought there was no way Kachekov didn't just get beat 5-hole with that. Devils dump it deep on Kachekov. He gloves it, freezes it. 4:49 to go in the second. Yeah, so I'm going to try. Here's my plan. We're going to ride out the end of this period, which is Toronto and Ottawa is also about to start. But once Carolina ends, I'm going to hop off. I plan on being on at 6:30 on the night stream. Might be a little early. We'll kind of see what's happening with Toronto, Ottawa. Because I want to be back for at least like the last 10-ish, 8-ish minutes. So, I guess I'll stop. I'll do my best to be on by 6:30, if not a little bit sooner. And we'll watch the end of these two while we wait for the Knights. But I think that's my plan right now. That buys me a couple minutes to just kind of get all the shit that I got to get done. I'm not going to lie. Last night was a bit easier just having the 2 games. But I will say 4 games a day is rather fun. And then tomorrow we're 4:30, and 6:30. I appreciate that, Mercs. Chekhov looks so shaky. It's going to take 6 or 7 goals to win this. It is. The thing is that I trust Carolina to score 7 more than I trust New Jersey to score 7. And that's kind of why I still lean on the Carolina side. Like I said, I said it at the beginning of the second period. The Devils cannot show any weakness, and they cannot give Carolina even the smallest bit of daylight. because they will take it. And sure as shit, we're 4-4. So I don't think it's not fair to the Devils to say it, but I don't think the Devils are going to have the energy to last another 20 minutes. Like I said, it's. No, wrong team. Let me see if I can find some stats real quick. I have to go back and check the games. That's just going to take a little too much time right now. But yeah, they've had the energy to make it to the end of the game once. I don't see them doing it too many more times. So I think the third period, like I'd expect the third period to be like the first 5 minutes, just all New Jersey. They may even score. And then it's going to start to slip. Stellaris freezes it up for another face-off early on in the third period. New Jersey cycling through the zone, down to the high dot, and Kachekov fights it off. Fuck, all the way down. Carolina heading it up. Dude, Ottawa keeping it in against the Leafs, working their way up. A big shot, and what a save. Stolarz. I can't believe he got his glove on that. What a save. Matthews sends it around behind the net, up to the high wall. Puck comes down below. A little the attempted hit by Matthews. Nice. Throws it on net. No more gloves it. All right. We got stoppages on both. Okay, he didn't get his glove. It was his blocker, or it's his pad. Guys, it's like twice a week. If you're practicing every day with hockey, twice a week, block out everything except like a foot by foot square in the top corners. And all day, you can only shoot at those gaps. Those Sens go Knights. Hey, I hear you. But it's just you don't have to make it your only shot. 5-hole is useful. Over the pads are useful. However, really make sure you got your corners dialed in because, I mean, from the attempts I've seen, like, maybe 50% of the shots that these goalies are stopping, they're making, like, the dramatic saves that the goalies are making are all below the goalie waistline. And if these guys just put it up, there's no physical way to be, for the goalie to make the save. And that's the big thing. It's just too many times the top of the net is wide open and guys aren't going up there. They want to make the 5-hole shot. They want to sneak it in on the post. And I get it. Oh, good hit. Pacioretty just putting, who was that down? Cousins down. Puck comes out. 2.5 to go in Carolina. 2.5 gone in Toronto. New Jersey with a good backhand. Strong backhand. Shut down by Kachekov. Dude, hopefully whatever's going on with Anderson, he gets back quick, because if Kachekov's got to carry him through the second round, they are going to struggle. I don't know where to look. I'm sorry, guys. I'm hearing one game, seeing another. Toronto and Ottawa fighting in the Toronto zone. Leafs finally get it out. Don't get it far, though. Ottawa taking it right back across neutral. Into the Leafs zone. Big shot from way out high. No go by Stellaris. Ottawa still has the puck below the net. Feeds it out front, and good pick off by the Leafs. But Toronto can't get across neutral zone right now. Oh, a shot from Aho goes wide. And then a whiff on the send around. Puck comes out as there's a minute to go in Carolina. 2-on-1 opportunity and just a bad pass. Not necessarily a bad pass, but it was too far behind him. Might have been his only option. Shot on net from Toronto goes all the way to the bottom boards. Another shot hits a body out front. 40 seconds to go. New Jersey into the Carolina zone. And all the way back. Oh, Devil lose. Oh, he lost his footing. Number 2 for the Devils. That was almost really bad. Carolina able to get out as New Jersey dumps it deep and tries to re-enter. And then Orlov's just fine with kicking it down. We got 12 seconds to go in the period. Damn, Nylander just whiffed right there. Alrighty, so we are going to the third period, tied at 4 for New Jersey, Carolina. And Stellaris covers the puck. All right. So I'll tell you what, y'all. We'll be back right around 6:30. I'll keep an eye on Toronto, Ottawa. If Toronto ties it up, I'll be back as fast as I can. Otherwise, I'm going to try and come back for the last, like I said, 8 to 10 minutes of this game. And we'll be able to catch most of the third, all of the third for New Jersey and Carolina. So like I said, I'm just going to take a few minutes. If the hang on, sorry, I'm trying to get everything set up so that we're good to go. No worries. I can just sit down and get to it. So all right, we'll be back. Like I said, as close as we can to 6:30, unless Toronto ties it. Then I'll hurry up as quick as I can. We'll get back here. We'll watch the end of that one. But either way, I'll be back for the end of that one. We'll be back for the end of Devils Hurricanes, and we'll be here for the start of the Wild at the Knights. So, oh shit. I just caught my phone charger and almost broke everything. But be back, like I said, 10-15 minutes. We'll see how the game goes. And on the new stream, everybody that doesn't join me, have a great night. But I hope to see you guys on the Wild in the Night stream. Be back in a few minutes.